It's, I don't know what time, but it's snowing, and time for the morning run. Maybe not. So today was supposed to be a day when Lucas and I sat down and made the bucket logo. And it's not even the kind of snow that you can like have fun in. It's the kind of snow that's wet and is like tiny and it's annoying and it gets in your day.
I don't like sand.
Then I realized that even though we talked about the bucket yesterday, you guys never truly know what it is. So The Bucket is a podcast that Lucas, Caleb, and I do. We've just done one episode. It's not nothing's up yet, but I will let you know as soon as it's up.
Okay, recording. Are we recording?
No, we're not.
The fuck, producer.
You're fucking fired.
Me fired? Well, record your own show now, you fucking idiots.
That struck me and that hit me. There are a lot of projects that I'm working on that you guys have no idea they exist. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna talk to you about those projects. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know about this. But for the past year, Caleb and I have been writing this musical about our generation, the millennial generation. We think of it as a cross between Hair and Cabaret, but for our generation. And yeah, here's a little taste of that music. Not politics, a war over the coast. It's my avocado toast. And then there's this whole bunch of scripts. Let me go through these one after another. This script, it doesn't have a title page because Wyatt wrote it. Most of Wyatt's scripts, the ones that he does rough drafts of anyway, don't have a top sheet. But this script is basically the first rough draft of the pilot of a TV show I'm working on called Legacy. I talked about it a while ago. We've gone through several iterations of it. Yes, I was scouring through the footage yesterday to plan for a video I want to do further on, like a couple weeks later, because I want to do it justice. And I realized that there's a whole bunch of footage that I still have from the second actual iteration of Legacy. So I'm gonna edit all that together and put it right up.
Phenomena. Phenomena. Phenomena.
But this script, this is just the pilot. And we're gonna be shooting this in about 4 months. Okay, so this is my board of valuableness, and what the entire idea is, every single time I have an idea that isn't solid yet, that I still need to work on, goes onto this board. Well, I mean, it goes into a notebook, but this is the way that I decide which one to work on. Landed. This is not a script, it's lyrics. And funny story around this, I was taking a Lyft, which is like Uber, from one place to another, and the person who was driving, I disclosed to him that I'm a film major and everything. Person who was driving turned out was someone who was a aspiring rapper, so he has a lot of music out there on SoundCloud. His name's Jay Ice, so if you want to check it out. One of his songs, Landed, was one that needed a music video, and I've been sitting on this for too long. I need to go text him, and I need to start shooting this immediately because I have it all figured out so far. But Landed was a song he wanted me to make a music video off of, and so that's that.
Hey, let's get it. What you doing? Tell me what your plan is, baby. If I
paint a picture, would you be my canvas? Landed on a different planet, stay with me. Listen, I can get you wet, then ride them waves to KMG.
Boom. No, flagged. There is an Indian version of The Office. It exists. It's called Better Life Foundation.
Yeah, so back then I
Man,
had
can
a
you
little
please
bit.
have the keys?
I don't have it, please. Can you please just let me do this, man? Can you give me 2 minutes? Hey, dude, excuse me, I told you we need to get a keychain for that. Can we just do this inside? I have an office. Can you just come inside, please?
Who has the keys?
Better Life Foundation did something, like, if it did that one more thing, it would have been really good, and that's what I want to try and do. And that is, instead of approaching an Indian audience, they should have approached a Western audience with this concept. And the only reason is because, at least to me, a lot of the things that I think are just stupid within the Indian culture, I think the Western culture would find it very, very funny. And that's basically what I want to do with these two scripts. This is Magic Prank Epidemic and How to Be a Magician. So, funny story about this. This kind of leads into another one. So Caleb and I wanted to do a Grump-style show. We wanted to, like, sit down and just play video games and have an excuse to play video games for, like, an hour at a time.
Miss me with that non-homophobic shit.
That's a very progressive statement there, Andy.
We started this channel called Half Cookie, where we're gonna sit down, play video games, discuss movies, and sometimes, you know, while we play video games, the philosophy comes out and it's great. But on that specific channel, Caleb wanted either of us, and like Caleb wanted to do his own stuff as well. Like, he wanted to talk about video games and talk about music from an analytical standpoint. And then I was like, well, if you're doing a show, I should too. And so I wrote down 2 scripts. One about the Magic Prank Epidemic of the early 2010s, and How to Be a Magician. And I call these idiot videos because these videos will end up looking something like Captain Disillusion, and like if Captain Disillusion's style and my style had a baby. And the final project for today that I want to talk about, because this is a super short video, is Steam. This is a feature film. It's a 90-minute, 94-page script written by my boy Wyatt Zalewski.
He's such a player. He uses film. He doesn't like film. He uses it to get puss.
Amazing guy. He also wrote the Legacy pilot. We sat down in a room together. Caleb, Wyatt, Brandon, and myself. Brandon's a great cinematographer. We sat down and we were talking about, hey, how do we build this show? This is the idea of the show. These are the characters. How do we build this? Because I'm not that good of a writer. Writing's all Wyatt's little area. And so we sat down and we came up with that. But Steam is a feature that Wyatt's been working on. And this script has been, like, whenever I say I'm gonna go read scripts, it's this script along with 2 others. I had a conversation with Wyatt a couple days ago about this script, and there are a couple problems with it. But I think Wyatt and I are going to sit down and work on this and write this together and work on it further. I understand for the past couple of days that the videos here haven't been as action-packed and as interesting as you would expect them to be. Part of the reason is because school's going to start in a couple of days, and I'm just unwinding and relaxing before that happens, because once school starts, boom, it's go time. Because Caleb comes back on the Friday of school starting, and then right as soon as he comes back, we go into production for Millennial Paradox, which is our musical. And then all while that's happening, I'm also in classes, and we're also working on that big idea, because I have a meeting on Monday to talk about that idea, like the day school starts. So yeah, there's just a lot that's gonna start happening once school starts. Like the gears will finally start turning and things will finally be in motion. Right now it's just setting up the motion.